Look, you cannot avoid reporting speech. It is inevitable that sooner than later you will be repeating or reporting what somebody says. We do this all the time in our everyday conversations with family, friends, and associates. Most likely, in the past, you would have attempted this in your school reports and stories. Fortunately or unfortunately, you will have to do this in your job as a journalist, manager, teacher, or frankly speaking, any job where you will be required to communicate. And it is hard to think of a job in which communication is not critical. If you can think of any, share it with us in the comment section of this video. I am sure we will find it intriguing. Because reporting speech is so important, in this lesson we will identify and use the two ways of reporting what somebody says. Those two ways are direct and indirect speech, or reported speech. When writing, there are two ways to repeat the words spoken by another. These are direct and indirect speech, or reported speech as mentioned earlier. Direct speech. This is the term used when we write the exact words of the speaker. These words are usually preceded by a comma and put inside inverted commas. Direct speech is mainly used in writing stories, but also in conversations to give more dramatic effect. So, when the actual words of the speaker are reproduced, we call this direct speech. For example, the minister said, "I urge you to consider ways of developing trade." Indirect speech. This form of speech gives the words of the speaker as reported by someone else. It is also known as reported speech and is usually introduced by a verb of saying in the past tense. Newspapers use indirect speech when writing what government ministers and other important people have said at public meetings. In other words, when another person reports the main idea of a speaker's words and the exact words are not quoted, it is called indirect speech or reported speech. For example, the minister said that cocoa production was rising. The minister urged them to consider ways of developing trade. Quotation marks or inverted commas are used for direct speech, but quotation marks are not used for indirect or reported speech. Also, question marks and exclamation marks are not used in reported speech. For example, "Is it bleeding very much?" Mr. Sharma asked. Direct. Mr. Sharma asked if it was bleeding very much. Indirect. In reported speech, the reporting verbs like asked, inquired, commanded, ordered, requested, advised, suggested, exclaimed, shouted, and more are often used in place of the reporting verb said to convey the mood of the spoken words. For example, Ramesh said, "This soup is hot." Direct. Ramesh exclaimed that the soup was hot. Indirect. "Stir it with a spoon," his sister said. His sister advised him to stir it with a spoon. Indirect. The son said to his mother, "I will never be rude to you, mommy." Direct. The son promised his mother that he would never be rude to her. "Why has the clock stopped?" thought Peter. Peter wondered why the clock had stopped. Indirect. The tense of the verb in the reported speech is in the past tense. However, if the verb in the reported speech states a universal truth, a habit, a constant situation, the tense of that verb does not change. For example, the boy said, "I brush my teeth every day." The boy said that he brushes his teeth every day. The teacher said, "The sun rises in the east." The teacher said that the sun rises in the east. She said, "My son wants to be an actor." She said that her son wants to be an actor. In an indirect or reported question, the subject comes before the verb, not after it. You do not use the helping verb do to form reported questions. For example, Paul said, "What time does the bus come?" Direct. Paul asked what time the bus came. Sarah said, "When does the show begin?" Direct. Sarah asked when the show began. Indirect. The pronouns are also changed in reported speech. Pronouns of the first person are changed as below. Example. He said, "I am bored." He said that he was bored. Myra said, "We are going to the movies." Myra said that they were going to the movies. Ryan said, "My friends give me a treat." Ryan said that his friends give him a treat. Pronouns of the second person are changed as below. Example. He said to her, "You are beautiful." He said to her that she was beautiful. "You must write neatly," the teacher told her pupils. The teacher advised her pupils that they must write neatly. Pronouns of the third person do not change. Example. I said they have gone out. I informed them that they had gone out. Leela said, "These books are theirs." Leela said that those books were theirs. While converting direct speech into indirect speech, the tense of the verb must change accordingly. Take a look. Examples. She said, I may attend the meeting. Direct. She said that she might attend the meeting. Renu said, I have finished my homework. Renu said that she had finished her homework. Words indicating nearness of time and place are changed to words indicating distance of time and place. Take a look. The interviewer said to the young man, we will let you know our decision by tomorrow. The interviewer told the young man that they would let him know their decision by the next day. These are the documents you will require. The travel agent informed the tourist. The travel agent informed the tourist that those were the documents she would require. When reporting a question, an order, or a request, the connector that is not used. Example, the girl said, may I come in? The girl asked if she could come in. Pay your taxes, the king ordered his subjects. The king ordered his subjects to pay their taxes. In reported speech, the word or words or the sound used by the speaker to express an emotion is omitted. Example, wow, what a handsome man he is, the girl said. Direct. The girls exclaimed, what a handsome man he was. Hello, my friend said to me. How are you? My friends greeted me and asked how I was.